At the heart of FocalPoint is the focus bug. The focus bug controls the area that's going to be in focus and the area that's going to be out of focus. There are three main characteristics to the bug. First is the shape or body of the bug. There are two primary shapes. There's round, and then there's planar. To change the shape, go to the focus bug pane, drop down the shape dropdown, and select round or planar. When you select planar, the focus bug will take on a square body. For this video, we're going to work with the round bug. The way the focus bug works is any area inside the confine of the bug will be in focus, and anything outside of the confine of the bug will be out of focus. To move the bug around, put your cursor inside the body of the bug and drag. The confine of the bug is dictated by the grid that you see over here. When you let go, you'll see now that this area of the image is in focus. The two remaining parts of the bug are the legs and the antenna. The legs are indicated by straight lines with solid circles at the ends. The antenna have straight lines with hollow circles. The legs are used to control the orientation, width, and height of the bug. So if I want to make this bug wider, I can click on a leg and drag out. And if I want to rotate it to make it more vertical, I'll just drag down. If I want to make it smaller, I can drag in. And again, if I want to make it wider, I just drag out. The antenna controls certain characteristics of the focus bug. The right antenna will control the amount of blur and the feather. If I drag the antenna in or out, that controls the amount of blur. So if I drag the antenna in towards the body, there will be no blur. And if I drag it all the way out, we will have a complete blur. The feather is controlled based on how low or high the antenna appears. So if I bring the antenna all the way down so that it's parallel to the legs, you'll see that there is no feather. However, if I bring it all the way up so that it's straight, we're going to have a very soft, gradual feather. One thing to note is that the feather controls with the antenna and blur amount correspond to the blur amount slider and the feather slider on the panes on the right. So if I bring the feather down and bring the blur amount down, it's the same as if I adjusted them using this antenna. The antenna on the left controls the vignette and midpoint of the vignette. So if I bring the vignette all the way out, that's going to bring the midpoint closer to the center. And if I bring it towards the body of the bug, that's going to have the opposite effect. The amount of vignette or lightness is controlled by going up and down. So on the very right, the lightness will be brighter, and as I go down, we're going to have a darker vignette. And just like the right antenna, you have slider controls for the vignette lightness and midpoint in the vignette pane. Now let's switch quickly to the planar bug. The planar bug works the same way as the round bug in that you have controls of vignette on the left antenna and blur amount and feather on the right antenna. Except this time, the planar bug only has two legs. The legs are used to control the height and the orientation. If you want to start over with your bugs, just go to the top under the focus bug pane and click reset. And now you're ready to stylize your image's depth of field.